On the other side for Harvard, Andrew DiGiannaro. And it is Harvard who comes away with a face-off win there. Andrew O'Berry picking up the ground ball, got it right back, goes to goal and scores! Quick strike offense. Harvard scores 12 seconds in. One of the long poles for Dartmouth, but it isn't offsides. So Harvard gets possession right back and a chance to try to take an early 2-0 lead.
Here's an adjustment here in this first midfield. We had heard Jackson Green might not be on the field. And here's Ip.
Walks in and rifles it top shelf. Logan Ip, the archer, firing an arrow from the quiver just under the crossbar. My goodness, 30 seconds in, it's 2-0 Harvard. Could you have drawn up a better start for the Crimson?
Harvard didn't even have their full substitution on. You can see the excitement. And after the last 2 weeks, Harvard is looking to push around the big green. But Coach Kerwin and this face-off group, Mitchell Myers, really need to step up right now.
Outstanding first year's Jack Peterson in his place. Malone stumbles, feeds back of the net. King turns and scores. Sam King scores again, extending his goal score. Back toward midfield and resets for Bonnie. They want that matchup. Bonnie gets to the middle, bounce shot into the first save of the day for Christian Barnard. Some injuries mostly on the defensive midfield and defensive end. Here's John Arendt going all the way in, and a leaping backhanded score.
John Arendt has been very tough, and I think he's been a bright spot for this Crimson offense over the last 3 weeks. That I think you might look for an offensive player, but you can see how deliberate he is. He's big, he's physical, he's played on the extra man this year. He just brings so much talent and ability that you love to see him stepping up.
Looked off the defense, extra pass, time running out, bounce shot, Barnard the save, and he gobbles up the rebound. He wants to run. Now on the turn, gives it up, Peterson, across, King goes low to high.
Wow, that was just great ball movement. Speedell to Peterson across the cage to King, who takes the left-handed time and room shot from about 10 yards. This Harvard ball movement is just really tough to stop when they get it going. You can see Dartmouth just running at the Harvard offense.
Johnston forces him back. Behind the back shot and a score. Fancy from Speidel. Give them all the chicken cutlets for that one.
That was just great offense. Harvard's really moving the ball, and Jack Speidel takes advantage of really having a ton of skill. You see he dodges that right alley. He puts that behind the back at like 10 or 12 yards, so that is a fantastic goal. Talk about X's and O's at a whiteboard level, because he just grew up, like he mentioned on the phone call, he knew in the 4th grade he wanted to be a coach. So you love his, when he was a player, Sean played off.
13, King trying to shimmy free. With 8 seconds, King gets inside, dishes a leaping shot from Blake, and he scores.
That was incredible. That was incredible. Sam King, it's almost.
King again, searching, feeding, a shot and a score. Botkus switching to the right side and just sneaking it through Morrell.
That play right, catch the ball, and here's Martin Nelson.
Working against Fee. Pass handcuffed Paradine, race for the ground ball. Kept alive and then just swept forward by Darren. King gives it an extra bat, and Malone thought he could scoop it up. King does in stride. Here comes King around the official. He said he was just sort of expecting to become a teacher and a high school coach, and then Coach Daly sort of turned his brain onto the idea of coaching at Tufts, and he said, well, I can coach without having to be a teacher? That's even better. Leaping shot and a score. Blake gets his 2nd of the day, and a quick answer there for Harvard. Space to slow it down. Bonnie, a quick shot denied by Barnard. First save in a while for Barnard. Now Harvard wants numbers the other way. Dartmouth trying to get the subs on quick. In front, a shot and a score. Botkus right in front, snuck behind everybody.
That's 2 in a row if I'm correct for Miles Botkus, Ben. He's come out to play a big 3rd quarter.
Dangerous path found its way to Hilsenrath. He turns the corner, fires and scores. That looked like it almost bounced in off a Dartmouth defender. It's going to go as a goal, though, for Hilsenrath.
And it's just always evolving. You see 2 teams with 2 different approaches here. Harvard trying to play fast.
Here's a shot and a score. Botkus with a 2nd half hat trick.
Ben, I just got quiet.
And Harvard with it. Up by 6. Peterson pumps. King, tough catch. Better finish. 7 points for number 7. He is the man for Harvard. Sam standing by with Joel Gadet.
Sam, we don't have to talk a whole lot about how this game went last year to know that there was probably a little bit in the back of you guys' minds coming into this matchup. What was the motivation like this before you ever stepped foot on this field?
Yeah, last year was a tough game for us against Dartmouth. They played a hell of a game last year, and so we were ready to go from the start of the first whistle. This game, we were ready to get after them for 4 quarters.
They tell the way you guys came out with your hair on fire today. Describe the first 90 seconds and how your offense took to the get-go.
Yeah, we knew we wanted to come out hot. We wanted to push the ball, and we just capitalized on those chances.
Lined up with your assist day of the season. How the game improved most in that?
Just credit to the offense. Guys are moving around, dodging hard, makes my job easy just to look inside, and they're there finishing the ball.
Do you like the ability that you have, not just to be a guy that's relegated to X, but you can move around offensively a little bit more?
Certainly, yeah. And again, credit to our offense. We've got guys who can play all positions, who can play behind, so it really frees things up.
To Coach Byrne about this at the half as well, but I want to get your opinion. Occasionally you see some flair from guys. Evaluate Jack Spidell going behind the back in the first half.
Yeah, that was awesome. Spidey's a great player, and he makes those plays in practice all the time, so wasn't too surprised, but awesome play by Spidey. Thank you very much.
Sam King. Ben?
Thank you very much, Joel. Well, who got that one? Campisi with it, able to flip it on up ahead. Guest on the go. Lets the horn sound, and that will do it. Harvard gets its revenge from a year ago, and they round out the homestand with a victory, a much-needed one for Harvard, as the Crimson pick up their first Ivy League win of the season, taking down the Dartmouth Big Green by a 13-7 final. If Harvard lacrosse is a video game, Sam King is the final boss, and he has the final say on a Harvard win today. 3 goals and 4 assists to lead the Crimson to a 13-7 victory over Dartmouth. For Joel Gadet, Adam Pascal, I'm Ben Alcher saying so long from Jordan Field. The final score, Harvard 13, Dartmouth 7. All games airing on the ESPN Network.